Alright, third question. What would your objectives be and what policies would you deliver if you became NUSU president?
So, one of the things I'm really excited about is starting up an NUA market stall. I think it would be such a good idea for students to sell their work on the market. It would give them, obviously a little bit of extra cash and also the experience of just being around other creatives and integrating within Norwich more. It's also really important at an arts university to have that experience with what audience attracts your work and just testing it out in real life. And obviously that would be for graduates as well, so it would even support people postgraduate. I also think it's really important to have specific support focused on gender identity and coming out, because these are things which affect NUA students a lot, and it would be really nice to have someone within student support who was on hand to help with those issues. As opposed to just being sent to counselling. I think there needs to be something else in place there. And also period supplies need to be consistently replenished, because at the moment they're just not, and there's a huge period poverty, and we need to fix that and help in as much as possible. I also really want to focus on well-being, so hopefully running workshops dealing with loneliness, stress, worry, anxiety and other things that can affect your well-being at university. Also looking at healthy eating and showing students just how to cook really simple food that will make them feel good, and showing them where they can do exercise that isn't going to be too expensive. I'd also really like a more diverse range of speakers and guest lectures, because at the moment it's not as diverse as it should be, and it doesn't really reflect all the international students we have in Norwich. Also, have an NUA take on the LCR night, because at the moment we don't have a big night out, so that would be really good to have something that would bring all of the NUA students together.
So my four main objectives are: increase engagement between the president and students, reassurance for life after NUA, continue the work encouraging NUA's move towards being more sustainable, and to refresh freshers and the summer ball. So in terms of increased engagement, the SU president is the link between the students and the SU, and I believe that this should be at the forefront of life at NUA. I wish I'd understood the importance of the president in terms of my student experience at NUA from the word go, so I want to do my utmost to ensure other students are aware. By seeing the face of the president more and understanding the importance of the role for them, I hope that students will feel more comfortable approaching me about anything and be more aware of the services that are available to them. Reassurance for life after third year is a policy that I feel affects all students from the minute you enter university. As a current third year, the panic of life after NUA has been huge, and I want to ensure that no student feels like they'll be left in the dark. I plan on creating panels with graduates across all courses to understand their journeys, from recent graduates to those who are more established in their path, to make this huge step of leaving university seem much more realistic. Working alongside NUA to continue the work towards a more sustainable footprint is really important to me. I'll be there to listen to any decisions and proposals by the university on the students' behalf, while also bringing forward the issues and concerns raised by students. Freshers is so crucial for all years to make friends and to bond with old ones, so I want to create the best 2 weeks to allow everyone to ease into the new academic year with fresh day and evening events. From personal experience and a general consensus from peers, there is currently such a gap between those who want to attend day or evening events, so I really want to break down that wall and create a fortnight of events that students want to attend in its entirety. Finally, and similarly with the Summer Ball, I want to create a much more known end-of-year event to celebrate how hard everyone has worked and shape the celebrations to make a much more accessible and known evening.
So, as I mentioned before, I am really interested in the well-being and mental health side of things, so that is my main objective. So I want to just see more accessible resources for students, and so I do want to maybe try out bringing in a counselor once a week, similar to how we have pet sis therapy sessions now, and then see how that goes, and then change the program based on student feedback, maybe increasing the amount of time that the counselor is on campus for, or just bringing in a more diverse range. I also do want to run workshops for mental well-being, so maybe some mindfulness sessions just throughout the year, and just generally raise more awareness for mental health. Another one of my objectives is for environmental sustainability within the uni. So I know we use a lot of paper and plastic, so I do want to decrease the use of those single-use plastics, and if we absolutely do need to use single-use plastics, then I would like to see it being biodegradable or compostable, and just make like the SU more eco-friendly. We're also, I think there will be an environmental committee starting up like next year. So I would also like to like hold frequent meetings with them to see how we can improve our sustainability in the uni. And then my last objective is for students to have more creative work opportunities. I mean, everybody needs some money, and I do want to see like the university approaching students and like commissioning them to create like artwork or like films or animations for marketing purposes or like anything really. And so like as part of that, like that's why like for my campaign I've asked some students to provide me with some artwork which I've made into badges, which will be handed out to the students around here. So it's like artists supporting artists.